Alrighty, guys. Another video, another Stitch With Me video. Let me move the light a little closer here. A little closer. So I'm going to get a lot of stitching done on this section today, period. I mean, I'm going to get a lot done during the stream, and then I'm going to come up here, actually. Look at that. What did I do to myself? Made myself bleed. After I come up top, or after I finish the stream, I'm going to do the white, a lot of the lighter stuff at the top here. Must have cut myself. Oh, well. And so I'm going to do a lot of this later, just because I don't want to do it in the stream because you can't see it. I mean, white on white, you just can't see it. So there's not a lot of fun in watching something like that. So let's start off the stream. Let me find my colors here. Let me take my headphones off first because I got headphones on and I'm muffled. I'm muffled. All right, we're gonna start off with a little 739. Now we've got to zoom out here. Quite a lot of stitches. 739. And guys having a good week. I'm having a really good week now. I might have mentioned I was doing a little courier work the end of last week, first part of this coming week, and honestly, it was just too much. What they wanted from me was too much. They wouldn't listen to me in terms of like, I only want to do this, I only want to do that, because I just can't devote this much time, and it, there wasn't any compromise, so I just had to be done. So I got other things lined up, but I'm trying out a lot of things right now. Just trying to like little part-time stuff, keep myself busy, make a little money, but give myself plenty of time to work on the cross-stitch stuff as well. And I finally got my stitchy bug back. My stitching need. The need for stitchies. All right. So I'm going to actually start up here and move back. And I normally wouldn't do that, but this is just the way that this is sort of set up today. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you're getting a lot of stitching done. Maybe while you watch this, inspire some people to stitch some. Here we go. Go there. I don't know what that song is and why it's in my head, but some kind of metal song or something. But it is almost October, which, like, Stitch-tober, baby. Coming out of Stitch-timber, which kind of took Stitch-timber, for the most part, off. Which, oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Sometimes you just got to take a break from stitching. You just don't feel like doing it, and that's fine. Just go off, do other things for a while. Wait till the bug comes back. And take it from there. Ah. And I'm actually recording this on Thursday, so I am ahead of schedule compared to last week's record on Saturday because I had no time. Okay. Down here. Trying to think of what I can be sitting here talking about. I got a bunch of new designs that I released. Even more this week. Got 5 new ones and got probably going to have another handful next week. I go through these spurts where I'm just like, let's get cross-stitch designs, patterns done. Let's get some patterns out there, and I'll kind of go crazy, put a bunch out, and then you won't hear from me again for that for like 2 weeks. My arms are sore from all the lugging stuff around. But yeah, a lot of patterns coming out. Some great monochrome patterns if you like just the black color, black thread or dark thread on light fabric. Man, I am your pattern designer, let me tell you. Can't stop doing it because I want to stitch those. Those are like my favorite things to stitch of all time. And I've got so many now that I'm like, I've got to stitch this. And I don't have enough time. Well, I mean, I do. I just can't sleep. So, and then I actually need to stitch when I have time. That's important. Importante. All right, what are we doing here? Let's see. Where am I? There. Oh, the bird is chirping. It's a good day in the neighborhood when the bird's chirping. Okay, I gotta pull this back. Okay, so I'm actually over here. That's why it didn't look right. Here we go. Oh yeah, and I'm sorry about the funky release last week of both of the Stitch With Me, dividing it into 2 and having it being portrait. I mean, I'm looking at this thing right now, like when I look at my camera, and it tells you it's on like the landscape view based on where the timer is, and the timer is up here. That's where the timer was the last video. And anyway, I don't know what happened, and it came out late. The video came out late because I was really struggling with trying to figure out how to like fix it. My even when I uploaded it, it would not allow me to change the orientation if I like put it into my like editing program on my computer. It was like, no, I don't even recognize that video. I mean, it was like it was all mad at me. Why are you mad at me? As I cough. Oh man, I gotta tell you something. Hold on. Let me get this in here. Am I off my mark again? Hold on. Let me highlight. Make sure I know where I'm at. Gotta go up here, not down there. Aha. Okay, I am on track. So there's a lot of different things I'm doing right now. I'm trying out DoorDash. I'm trying out Walmart Spark Delivery, which is just delivering goods to your home, as well as a handful of other things. Just trying to figure out like what works best, and just trying stuff out, having fun. And I've decided that if I'm feeling like I need a workout, I'm just going to sign up for a couple hours of Walmart Spark Delivery. And when that happens, especially when it happens like in the late afternoon, you can be certain there's going to be at least 25%, maybe 50% of the orders will be delivered to a 3rd-story apartment. And that person with the 3rd-story apartment is going to actually... Hold on. Now I'm stuck again. Is going to basically like have massive cases of water and a bunch of soda, and just everything will be super heavy. It was kind of comical in a sense yesterday. Just I had 2 of those where I had to go up. I had 4 orders total to deliver, and 2 of them had the 3rd floor apartments, and oh my gosh, it was like it was a good workout. But the first time I did it, and I was so tired, but the first time I did it, and I need to get in shape. That's why I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I'm using this to kind of help myself get in shape and lose some weight, get stronger. And I couldn't breathe. Like, I live in Colorado. I live at like 5,800 feet where we're at. And so it's kind of funny because I'm like wheezing so bad. Sort of funny. Not really funny, I suppose, if you're going through it. Not at the time. At the time, I was mad. But it felt like I ended up losing like a lining of the inner lining of my lungs. I ended up coughing so bad just from the spasms of my lungs. And that was nuts. And I was, like I said, I was like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. And da-da-da. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm out of shape. So, and that's why it's so uncomfortable for me to do that. I need to keep doing that. So yeah, I'm not going to stop doing it. But if you do have a situation where, you're that person who maybe has a difficult to find address, you order a massive amounts of stuff from Walmart to have it delivered, just tip well. That's all I'm asking. Just tip your driver well, because the vast majority of us do care a lot about making sure we're doing a good job, and we we are hustling. So anyway, it's kind of funny. Oh boy. But then I'm going to actually start a new, kind of started a job, and I got to do some more training today, but it's a, what do you call it? It's a retail scanning job where you go in and it's basically like price checking one company against another company. And everybody hires the same company, so everybody allows the price gathering. So it's not like it's you got to sneak in there and do it, and they don't want you there, and all this. No, it's not nothing like that. And so I did some training yesterday with that, and I'm kind of eager to get started with it. I think it's like going to be right up my alley. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it'll take a little bit of time to get up and running and training. But I think by next week I'll be out, starting to work in some stores, getting trained up some more. The nice thing is that I'm only going to work like mornings. Make sure that I give myself plenty of time to focus on, cross-stitch stuff. There's that. And then finally, I think we're going to finish with this color here, I think. Let me just see. I did that. Any further? Nope, I don't have any further down below, and I got that one. So, hot dog. Hooray. All right, so we got that one done. There's this page is not as confetti filled as the last few pages have been, which is great. So I'm not having to change my stuff very often. Change my floss. Whew. All right, let's see what is going to be our next. See, and then I'm going to do the 819 in the white up there, and then also come down here and do a bunch of it. So that is going to be great. If I can do that after this visit, after this video, then we're going to be good. Real good. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of the yellow. I'm going to do a little 677 in those areas. Man, I love Pattern Keeper for this. I mean, you can see, like, I'm definitely faster with it. I'm so grateful that we're able to use this program for this chart. And that's just the coolest thing ever. Alrighty. All right, we're going to come up at the top here and start. Here we go, here we go. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about cross-stitch clicks or niches or whatever you want to say it. Because there's your chatelaines. There's your, well, you've got your cross-stitch collectibles, which I've been in that group. You know, you've got your Golden Kite group. You've got your Heaven and Earth Designs group. You've got people that follow, you know, individual designers. You got, well, I'll say like you've got your sampler groups. You got full coverage. You've got like the black work or the monochrome. There's a lot of different little groups out there, and there's just, you know, you just kind of wonder, like, how many cross stitchers are there? Cross Stitch Nation. Oh, I forgot to do that side. We have a cross stitch nation for sure. It's just kind of cool. I was just wondering. That one. Ah, come here. That one. And then I've got the darker colors to put in here too, so that I'm excited about. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hum, 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 hum. I'm like, where am I here? I gotta go up here and do a few that I missed, and I'll probably have to like tuck it and start again. You know, you've got your, go back to the cross stitch groups. You've got yours that love to stitch on like 14 count. You've got yours that love to stitch on like 36 count and higher. Yeah, everybody's got their thing. It's just crazy. There's that. And that. Do I have any over here? I have a few over here, so I can actually. What other groups are there? I know I'm totally forgetting them. I mean, you got your, what's the word? Oh, man. Blended threads. There's some people that like blended threads. That's up here. That's why I didn't know where it was. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I won't have to worry about it. And now I'm coming down to get some stitches down below here. Down below. Got some good football to watch this weekend. I think I'm just gonna, what I really just need to do is just sit around and stitch. If I can just get my body to just relax. I'm pretty sore from all the third floor climbing. But I'll get that itch to go out there and do some work, and away I go. And away I go. Don't you hate it when you feel like you got a splinter someplace, but you don't know where it's at? Like like it hurts, but you don't know where it's at. Where was that one? There's like, I did something up here. Like I brushed my finger along like the top of a post or something, and it felt like something got, poked me, and it hurts a little bit, but not bad. Oh well. I bruise like a peach. That's not a good stitch. Let's do another one over top of it. It's a better stitch. Make sure that I'm not stitching the fabric in like I did last time. Come here. There we go. Okay. Let's try to figure out where I needed to be next. Here we go. Man, I would not be able to do this without Pattern Keeper, I'm telling you. And the thing is I don't know if you guys, if you're an OG, if you're an old guard, if you've been around for a long time, you'll remember the time that I went and it was a few pages back, and I did most of a page, or maybe the top half of a page, and realized I was on the wrong page. And so I had to switch out the pages, and that was when I was using the physical thing. That's not going to happen now with Pattern Keeper, but oh man, so much work had been put in, and then I had to just frog it all out. Oh, it was terrible. Oh, it was a sad day in Stitch and Jewels land. Sad, sad day. Boy. Oh. Oh, my arms are like tired. Ow! Got my glasses caught up in my hair. Hold on, time out. Hair emergency. Ow! I need a haircut. Completely need a haircut. I need to get myself, like, tomorrow, I've got I need to run some errands, get my hair cut while I'm out. Absolutely. Take off like a good 1.5 inches off the back. Pwah. Pwah, I say. All right. Sorry about that. I'm gonna come down here and do this. Okay, so let me I know you guys like to see, some of you guys like to see this. Just gonna highlight that. 57 stitches. We're well on pace for over 100 stitches again today, which is fantastical. That's about ready to have to switch out my floss. Although I might. Let me see how much more I have to do there. No, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. But I also may just end my floss like change colors basically right here. That might actually be a better call, just because this color kind of extends over here. So I could fill more in, start working on this, and then fill that in all the way across with one at one time. Trying to plan ahead if I can. Conservation of energy, movement, whatnot. Actually, you know what? Let me do this one too. Okay, so let's see where we are. I think I'm going to do 407 next, because that's a darker color. It'll show up more. And wait till you see how much I have to do of it. Pretty good amount. Pretty good amount. Filling in this area. I would love to do 3864, because look at that, but I can't find it. I'm going to have to go pick up some, I think. It's like, dang it. I mean, I've had that color at some point. You okay, Binky? She's hacking. She's hacking a little bit. Everybody else is kind of out, sleeping. Their second favorite thing to do after EATing. Can't say the word, or I would never get anything done. was watching a lot of that hurricane coverage yesterday because I was home. Oh, for the first time in like a week. And man, it was crazy. A storm surge, and I hope if you're living in Florida that your area was okay. So much destruction, so much flooding, just a lot. I mean, even just the roads and stuff. They've got those islands where they have like those concrete bridges or roads or whatever it is that go out to them, and some of those have been just totally washed away, and people are gonna get cut off. It's crazy, man. They'll get the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers out there and build that bridge in like 1 week or less. Perfect. There. I like this sort of brown, slight orange, slight like darker red look to this one. Ah. Let's highlight those and those. 74, baby. 74. What did I do there? See if I can't. There we go. I hadn't cinched that up real good. There you go. Now it's gone. I just felt that. Felt the big loop on the back side. And I was wondering why that was there, because it didn't need to be. I also gotta find out, I gotta get myself into some new audiobooks. I have not done audiobooks for a couple of months, and I do enjoy those very much. I mean, I've got a whole list, huge list of things to listen to. I don't read books because that takes away from cross stitch time, but I listen to them, and I love to listen to them. A good audiobook narrator with a good book is absolutely awesome. And I was way ahead in my book on what do you call it? Good books, Goodreads. On Goodreads, I was like, I have this goal of how many books. I was way ahead of my tally for the year. I think I'm still ahead, but that's just a silly little goal that I put together. Okay, come down here. No, Zuzu, no. No, girl. I just had somebody request me to do the baby girl heart, the birth heart. I have a girl version. I haven't done the boy version. I was working on it, but it comes naturally in the sort of the pinks and the reds. So I need to go in and kind of do it for the boy colors, because enough people have asked. I gotta just do it. Put that on my list to do today. Yeah. Let's, while I'm here, I'm gonna highlight. Actually, I don't know if I have stitches over there, so I'm just gonna do that. Do this. Kind of last little up, kind of last little bit there. Come on. There you go. There. And then here. I'm already, like, when I stitch and I'm on my last few stitches, I'm already kind of looking ahead at my symbols and saying, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. Let's see, let's see. Gotta see what my color distribution is, or my floss distribution, if I could say the word. Say the word. I left my good scissors over on the kitchen table again. Oh, stretch. Don't forget to stretch. People, you always got to stretch when you're stitching. Otherwise, you get all stove up. When you get all stove up, then you stitch less. All right, so what color is this one? That is 612. I know I don't have 612 readily available, so I am actually going to do me some. I'm going to do me some pink stuff here, and it goes down into that what we were talking about. But because it's pink, it's not white. It's pink. You'll be able to see it. We're at 93 stitches. Woo-hoo. Oh, that's it. I cut my thumb yesterday somehow, somewhere. Somehow, some way. Here we go. Here we go. All right, so let's see how much. I'm gonna come down here and work on it. Here's somebody get a drink. Okay. Okay, here we go. A lot of pink to put in. A lot of pink. I think my back is getting stronger, which is probably the most important part of everything. The old back getting stronger. I'm thinking here. I'm thinking out loud here. I actually am not thinking out loud. I'm thinking in my brain. Sorry. If I was thinking out loud and you couldn't hear me, I mean, come on. Come on. Oh, I heard something the other day that made me pause a little bit because I never heard about this at the time. But y'all remember when they had that that ship, that cargo ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal? What I didn't think about at the time was when it was kind of, if this is the Suez Canal and the ship was like this, that it was, I'm going to get this wrong, that it was stuck between literally like the back end of the ship was up against Africa and the front end of the ship was up against Asia. That's crazy. I didn't think about it in that sense. The Asia side, the African side, that's just nuts. There's still, there was a lawsuit actually that just got filed by various companies that had shipments. They had shipments on that ship, and that couldn't deliver because they had to throw out all their cargo because it expired because of everything that happened. And so I don't know why it's honestly taken so long, because I figured it's one of those things that would have been done done a lot quicker than this, but who knows. And I would have figured that the ship would have had insurance, that they would have, been able to pay. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe the insurance was like, yeah, maybe it was driver error, and therefore they're not gonna pay. I don't know, maybe, if that was the case. That ship is still out there. I think it actually is back just recently went through the Suez Canal again. So, I mean, I don't know, but some people were saying that the ship was going way too fast. There were two pilots. There's a pilot that I think normally runs the ship, and then there's a pilot that runs the ship through the canal. And I think they were kind of arguing a little bit about how to do it, and I don't know for sure. I mean, I wasn't there, but yeah, not good. Okay, there's this. I'm gonna do some half stitches here because I need to make sure that I get in everything I need to here. Flies around here have been insane. I think I killed 12 yesterday in the house. It's just like they've hatched like crazy. The weather conditions are just right. And they'll be gone in like a week or two max, I think. Usually we don't get them this bad, but boy. And I can see one right now. It makes me want to go grab something and kill it, but I'll try and hold back my crazy tendencies here. This right here. Come here, come here. There we go. I don't know if you guys heard about the Batman case. The Batmobile, I should say. Not Batman. Batman. It kind of became fairly decent. You know, it was one of those like, oh, that's an interesting story. Where there's this one guy in Indiana who has been licensed, or who has gotten a license from Warner Brothers. He is the only official maker of the Batmobile. Like, he can actually custom fabricate it, put it all together, and it's just... He's just, you know, really awesome about that. And so they're expensive. They're like $250,000 plus to build one of these things because of the time involved, the parts needed, just so much stuff. And so at any one time, he probably has like, 7 or 8 going. And, he'll work on one, and then he'll reach a point where he needs a part. He'll order the part and then move on to the next one and work on that one until the part comes in, and then he'll go back to working on the first one. Well, there was this guy in California, Northern California, I think San Jose area, who is a real estate developer and had ordered one of these Batmobiles. And so part of the process of acquiring one is you put a deposit down, and then you have to make regular payments on it until it's paid off. And that helps him to be able to buy, more parts he doesn't collect it all up front. He just collects it as he goes. And so this guy had missed several payment deadlines, and like months long, where the manufacturer guy in Indiana could not get a hold of him. And so finally he was like, listen, yours is going to the back of the line because you haven't paid me, or you haven't gotten in touch with me. And I don't know what happened there, but anyway, so when the real estate guy in California found out about it, like when he finally like got motivated to like do something about it, got mad or whatever, he paid the whole thing off. Like, he went ahead and just paid everything. And he goes, well, just put me back on the first spot. And the guy was like, no. He's like, no, I can't do that because I moved you back to the back of the line because you had not made your payments the way that everybody else had. So you're now on the back of the line, and your thing is being, delayed another, several months or whatnot. And so the California guy got really mad, and he tried to sue the guy for like misappropriation, construction funds, fraud, or whatever it was. But he filed it in California court, which is not the proper venue. The proper venue would be where the issue had happened, and that was in Indiana. So the judge in the judge in California for the civil suit said, this is not the place to file your claim. You need to file it in Indiana. Well, I think apparently the guy didn't want to do that. So he had been a big donator to the, like, whatever it is, San Jose or whatever town it was, I can't remember, to the sheriff for his election And unfortunately, that said sheriff did not win re-election, but he agreed to basically help out his donor buddy, and so they launched an investigation into the Indiana guy that basically just trying to, I think, harass him and punish him for basically what the California guy should have done. And so they sent from California, they sent like 3 deputies or detectives or whatever, or 3 or 4 guys, whatever. They flew him on a plane out to Indy and had him stay there for like 3 days. They got in touch with the local law enforcement, and then they went out to the guy's place. They got warrants and whatnot, went out to the guy's place and searched everything, froze like everything, froze his bank account, froze his email, just shut him down completely. Hold on a second. I'm surprised it took me this long to sneeze. Sorry about that, guys. And he and they basically almost arrested him. Like, they put him in cuffs, read him his rights, took him to the local police department, and held him there, I think in cuffs, for like an hour and a half. And at that point, that's where things kind of stalled, I think, on behalf of the where the police were, because they were honestly outside their jurisdiction. It started turning into a mess. And so eventually, like after that hour and a half, they actually let the guy go. Said he actually at that time wasn't being charged with anything because it wasn't a crime. Well, are you okay, Doogie? What are you doing? I can't remember exactly why they didn't, but they confiscated everything and like all these records and stuff. And then they brought him back to California. So 3 or 4 guys in Indiana, flights, rental cars, food, lodging for like 3-4 days, plus pay. I think they got overtime for that too. I think it was like $5,000 or $6,000, whatever that was used, and brought everything back. And then the local prosecutor, I guess, said, "Yeah, we'll go ahead and prosecute this case for blah 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 blah, whatever," and probably would have resulted in who knows what for the Indiana guy if the local news hadn't gotten involved. And somebody reached out to the local news about it, and they kind of put the story out there, and it just seemed kind of ridiculous. I'm like, you missed payments, and so your little Batmobile is going to be late, and now you've gotten your sheriff friend to go harass this guy. So the court of public opinion became very loud and started kind of going after the sheriff, the DA, everybody that was sort of represented in this. They actually had charged the guy, or sued him, or I don't know, whatever. And there was a court date that was coming up that the guy was going to have to be there. And anyway, so in the last minute, basically, they dropped all the charges. And there's not a case to be had, blah, blah, blah. Drop all the charges, bada, bada, bada. And just so weird. I'm sure that kind of stuff happens a fair bit. Where somebody who has a lot of money kind of takes advantage of maybe somebody who doesn't have legal expertise or legal backing or the money to provide that for themselves. But I don't know, if you heard it, you may not have heard that it got. If you heard of the case, you may not realize that it got thrown out, as it should have been. Well, it wasn't thrown out. It was they dismissed the charges. So now the guy can go back to building Batmobiles again. And here's the funny thing: he's still building that guy's Batmobile. Like I said, he took the money. He has the contract to build it, so he's going to do it. I mean, I'm not a litigious individual, but I would actually sue this guy for defamation and harassment and all kinds of things. I mean, it's and the guy slowed. I mean, for like 2 or 3 months, like there was no progress made on any of those Batmobile things, and so I don't know. I think that other guy just needs to kind of get, civil suits are for punishment. There was not a breach of contract. The guy's still building the thing, so it wasn't like it was a contract violation, but it was a civil suit. There were damages that were done, and civil suits punish people where the criminal law doesn't have a place or contract law doesn't have a place. That's what civil procedure, the law has to say about it. Oh, I know you guys like this part. Boop, 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 boop. 145. Woohoo! And I'm going to finish the video there. I got a solid hour in. We got 145 stitches. You guys know that I'm going to continue stitching on this, even despite not doing a video right now. I'm going to do all this white, this 3865 that needs to be done. I will see you guys next week, where we will be either finishing up some of this darker stuff and starting to move over, which that very well maybe happens. I still got to go back and fill in. Not totally done, but I will get that squared away. I'm gonna need to find some, or actually get some floss for these. And but anyway, y'all have a great day, and I will see you next Saturday. If you watch the other Stitch with me, there'll be another one out on Tuesday for one of my own cross stitch projects my patterns that I do. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.